Hello, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, chapter 10, JavaScript variable and data types, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Arish. In this session, we are going to learn the data types and variable in JavaScript. And here comes the slide. Data types in JavaScript includes numbers, Boolean and string. Keep in mind, we don't have data types like integer, float, double, decimal in JavaScript. Here you can create the floating point number or the decimal point number with the help of this number data type itself. Okay, and coming to the second data type, that is Boolean. It holds two values, that is true or false. And how can you create a string with the help of the string data type? And if you want to create a string, you can make help of this double quotes as well as the single quotes also. Okay, and now coming to the second point, to create a variable in JavaScript, use var keyword. And variable names are case sensitive. To understand these two sentences very clearly, now let me jump into Visual Studio Code and I'll click on the file menu and I'm going to open the folder where I'm going to create my HTML file. And this is the place. And once I do that, I'm going to get that folder here, and within that folder I'm going to add a HTML file. I'll click on this and I'm going to name my HTML file as demo.html. When I press enter, you can see that I got a file here, demo.html. Okay, now let me write a bit of HTML as well as JavaScript. Title is demo of variable and data type. Okay, and after that let me add a body tag. Within the body tag, let me add a script section, and the script what we are going to write is the type is JavaScript. Let me change here, yeah, JavaScript. And what I'm going to do right now is, okay, in this example we're going to understand these two sentences very clearly. Like, to create a variable in JavaScript we use var keyword. So now let me create a variable. So to create a variable we should use var keyword, and the variable name is a, and I'm going to store string in it like Ankpro Technologies. Okay, and I should end the line with the line terminator, that is semicolon. And now let me print that string. So I have to call that variable a within the alert function. Once I do this, and now what I'll do is I'll navigate to the folder where I've saved this file. It's in the D drive and this folder, and finally it's here. And now when I double click on this, you can observe, okay, we'll get a HTML page with the alert window telling like Ankpro Technologies. Okay, what we do right now is we just created a variable called a, and to create a variable we have to use var keyword, and and the value stored to this variable is Ankpro Technologies. So I'm passing this variable to alert function. Alert function, the job of alert function is to just pop up a message whatever it's passed to that. So we are passing a here. A is having a value Ankpro Technologies. Now when I go back and refresh, you can observe we'll get Ankpro Technologies with the pop-up message. Fine. But let us understand the second sentence. Right now we learned like how to create a variable with the var keyword. Let us understand this sentence. Variable names are case sensitive. So here we have taken the variable name as smaller case a. Now if I pass the uppercase a to this alert function, what's gonna happen? Now let us see whether this alert function is going to display this message or not. Now when I do Control Fi, you can observe we did not get any pop-up message. Now let us check the error. How to check the error? You have to press F12 key, function F12 key, to navigate to the developer window, and you can observe like a is not defined because the JavaScript variables are case sensitive. So right now we have created a variable with smaller case, but we are passing to the alert function the uppercase. So here this a is not defined, not yet defined yet, so we are getting that error. Now when I go back and when I print this variable, the smaller case a, we'll get back the pop-up message. In the sense, our variables are case sensitive. Okay, that's what the meaning of these two sentences. Now let me jump back to the second slide. Okay, and here comes like in C# to create an integer variable we use int keyword. Okay, Here is an example, like in C sharp we create an integer variable with int keyword, and the variable is x and the value stored is 10. And how do we create a string variable? It's very simple. String data type variable str is equal to the value within the double quotes. But keep in mind, in JavaScript we always use var keyword to create any type of variable, and that's what we have done here. Okay, use var keyword to create any type of variable. Right now I've created a string. I've to this variable I've attached a string. So right now let me attach a number to a variable called 10. Now let me go and alert that b. Okay, now when I do Control S, when I go back and when I refresh, you can observe we are getting 10 as well as Ankpro technologies. In the sense, JavaScript we always use var keyword to create any type of variable. Okay, then based on the value assigned, the type of the variable is inferred. In the sense, when we run this page, okay, in the browser, our JavaScript engine is going to decide like what type of data it is, okay, when it is running, when it is executing the particular line. For example, now if I want to check the type of this variable, how do I do that? It's very simple. What I'll do is, now let us verify it whether the JavaScript engine is going to decide the type of it when it is executing in the browser. So what I'll do now, as we learned in the earlier slide, like this type of variable is holding the string value, but I want to check it. How do I check it? So we have a method called type of. Okay, type of. When I pass that a variable to this type of function, what it's going to return is, it's going to return like what type of variable it is, whether it is a string or a number. Similarly, now let me do it for okay b. Okay, and we know that this variable is of type string and this variable is of type number. Now let us cross verify this. Now let me go back and let me refresh. You can observe it's string, the first one, and the second one is number. Okay, in the sense, based on the value assigned, the JavaScript engine is going to decide the type of the variable. Okay, and that's what the meaning of these two sentences. So this type is number and this type is string. So how did we got that? We made use of this type of function to check whether like what type the variable it is. Okay, I hope you understood this. And let's move to the next slide. In C sharp we cannot assign a string value to an integer variable. Okay, you can observe very clearly. Right now I've defined a variable called x and the return type of it is, or data type it is integer, the value is 10. And later what I'm going to do here is, in the second line, I'm changing the value of x to string. So, and this is not possible in C sharp and it throws a compile time error. So coming to JavaScript, JavaScript is dynamically typed language. This means the JavaScript data types are converted automatically as needed during the execution. So you can observe very clearly in this image present here, like we are creating a variable called a and the value is 100. Okay, I'm printing that with the help of alert function, and later the value of this variable is changed. Here it is number, now it's changed to string, and now I am printing that. And this works fine in JavaScript because it's a dynamically typed language. In the sense, the JavaScript data types are converted automatically as needed during execution. In the sense, JavaScript engine here is going to check the type of this variable as number. As soon as it comes to this line, okay, now it is setting the type of this variable to string. Okay, that is the beauty of JavaScript, but in C sharp we can't do that. So now let's see this example present here in the Visual Studio Code. It's very simple. Now what I'll do is I'll just erase these things out. I'll tell like var a is equal to 100, and let me alert that a, and after that I'm changing the value of the variable a to string. I'm passing as Ankpro technologies the value. Okay, now let me alert it. Now this is not possible in any object-oriented programming languages. We'll get a error, but now this is possible in JavaScript because the JavaScript engine is going to decide the type of the variable, okay, when it is executed. Okay, currently we are going to get the type of this variable as number here. Later we are going to get the type of the variable as string here. So now what I'll do, when I do Control S, when I go back, when I refresh, currently we are getting a number, later we'll get a string also. Now let me check the type of it. What I'll do is I'll call another alert function, and I'll specify the type. If you want to check the type of the variable, we have to use the type of function. So I'm passing here. Similarly here also. It's a. Now when I do Control S, okay, this code is going to print 100 in the pop-up message, and this is going to tell the type of it. Now let's understand that very clearly. Let me go back, let me refresh. It's printing the number. Now it will tell the type. Now again it print the strings. Now it will tell the type of it. Okay, in the sense what we understood here is the JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. It means JavaScript data types are converted automatically as needed during execution. In the sense here the type is number, and now it's been automatically converted the type of this A to string. Okay, that's the beauty of JavaScript, and this works fine in JavaScript but does not work well in other languages also. Okay, that's the beauty and the good parts of JavaScript, and that's what we learned in this session, like what is data type and how to create a variable, and how JavaScript engine is going to automatically convert the types, okay, during the execution. That's what we learned in this session. And finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting these URLs. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further references, refer our websites. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.